I think my fellows have left me in a bit of an awkward situation because their speeches were so fantastic, and as they were speaking I was kind of looking over what I've written, and there's a lot I can add as well, so I'm going to try my best to incorporate. First of all, a very warm good evening and Jai Shri Krishna from myself. Now when I say Jai Shri Krishna, a lot of you people are looking around and going like, why is he going to say Jai Shri Krishna, you know, that's so fresh. A lot of you are laughing, but those three words have represented our community for an extremely long time. And the fact that I'm educated and proud of my culture empowers me. It's got less to do with being fresh, and it's got a lot more to do with me knowing who I am and where I come from. Before I begin, thank you Karamsad Youth Network for giving me the opportunity to share a few words. I'm going to try my best to make sure this is not a history lesson or a rant, but more of an opportunity to tell you what I'm currently up to. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm an entertainer and a broadcast media graduate. So apart from my degree, I also work in entertainment. And so far, I've had the opportunity to work with the BBC Asian Network, and I also work closely with not only Karamsad Samaj, but a variety of Gujarati communities, including the Lohana community, the Sudha community, and various others. In less than 1 year, I managed to build a subscriber base of 25,000 on YouTube, and I've also officially become a partner with Google, which means I'm employed by them. This is all thanks to many people like yourself who have supported me and really thought that, you know, there could be something that I can do with this rather than, you know, just have a laugh, etc. Getting over 200 views is certainly overwhelming, but it raised a much more important question. Do Gujaratis really shy away from having a laugh with their own culture? Why are so many people in South Asian media not Gujarati? What I noticed straight away was that a lot of Gujarati people do not pursue careers in media. And this really made me think about, you know, what Gujaratis stand for, especially speaking about leadership and things like that and having a voice. Well, let me tell you now, the fact that I've been doing what I've been doing for 1 year has not only let me be a comedian, it's also given me an opportunity to represent Gujarati people in debates and many other activities that are similar, where I get to have a voice. So there's a lot more involved in, you know, having a voice in media rather than just being a comedian. When you think of entertainment or Indian cinema, you are likely to think of Bollywood and Bhangra. Let's not lie. A lot of Indian cinema is Bollywood, and a lot of popular music in these industries is Bhangra, which of course there is nothing wrong with. But I just want people to know that, you know, Gujarati people can make fantastic entertainers. We do have the ability to, you know, do these type of jobs. Like when I first started off, people were like, are you going to use Gujarati as a language? And I was like, yeah, I am. And people were like, but there's hardly any Gujarati speakers, who are you going to reach out to? You know, you're going to have to use English or Hindi, or, you know, you're going to have to add like Punjabi stuff to it. And I was like, I'm not going to have to do any of that. I have very much faith in my people, and we will enjoy our language and we will use it as a medium. Our Gujarati cinema industry is currently going through what they call a new wave. It means that new ideas and better technology is allowing for better success of our films. Recently, a film called Beyar has made it out of India, so it's a Gujarati film, and has made it out of India around the world. And this has not happened since 1987, so it's a huge achievement for Gujarati people because our language is recognized officially in international cinemas. So you should all be very proud that our little language that we speak in the house is, you know, being celebrated internationally. Many of you have seen the magic of Ram Leela. Koi sui to nathi gane, jago cha na bata. Yeah, I need to make sure because I don't want you to get bored. You've all probably heard of Ram Leela, and it did a fantastic job of portraying the rich, flamboyant and edgy culture of Gujarat. And my aim is to keep this running, this trend. It should be something that happens way more often. It shouldn't be just every 10 years that, hold on a minute, what are Gujaratis doing? You know, they've kind of been away. Let me just make a movie about them to kind of, you know, make them shut up for a little while, and then it goes back to Bollywood and Bhangra. Our music, our arts, and a lot of our cultural context only seems to be shared 9 nights of the year, which happens to be Navratri. We wake up for Navratri, we enjoy our Gujarati music, we go on Instagram, we go on Twitter, proud to be Gujarati, blah blah blah. Navratri goes away. Badasuija, finished. Go back to your day jobs, go back to your business, continue with your accountancy firm. But no, you can enjoy your Gujarati culture and still do your day jobs. We've got a variety of professionals here who will still know a lot about their culture, and they're able to push that forward, and it will allow them to empower themselves in the end, like what I've done with it. Most of all, what all Gujaratis seem to love is a challenge. When the first East African Gujarati majority came over from Uganda and East Africa, they moved over to Leicester, and now the government of the UK put in all the newspapers that, oh, you know, you don't want to come to Leicester, there's poor infrastructure, the schools are overcrowded, there's not enough housing. But instead of Gujaratis feeling scared about this situation, what we saw is opportunity. We saw the fact there aren't schools, we'll build schools. There aren't jobs, we'll make jobs. There aren't houses, we'll stay tightly knit together for a while, but we will work hard and we will get out of this hardship. So we are very opportunistic people. Because of this opportunistic way that I've been feeling for a long time, I've set up something called the Ras Rebellion. Have any of you heard of it? Couple, maybe? People look... Yep, we've got a few people. Okay, so the Ras Rebellion, I know this is a little bit off topic from like the whole corporate side, but this is more of the creative side, and you know, you should feel proud if you're creative as well. There's amazing stuff in corporate, and of course there's amazing stuff in being a creative person as well. So I've set up something called the Ras Rebellion, and our main aim is to promote Gujarati music and dance and bring it to the centre stage on par with, let's say, Bollywood or Bhangra. We are an open forum for people of any age to learn about Gujarati folk culture, and we have already had 2 fantastic award-winning teachers come over from India who have been dancing for 30 years, and they've danced in Bollywood, they've danced with Pranai Patel, I'm sure many of you have heard of her name, and they've really revived what Gujarati culture is in Mumbai. So the fact that we've got their support within less than 4 months is great news. We have also built a fantastic relationship with BBC One. We just sadly missed an opportunity with them because of the lack of time. But we're hoping next year, during Navratri, we can give a plug into what Gujarati culture is and how it's most famously celebrated during Navratri time. So I invite all of you, anyone and everyone who wants to learn more about Gujarati music, dance, culture, and just our general language and everything, to come to our workshops, to come to our social events and meet some like-minded people. Here is a little fact that might surprise some of you. Garba is actually a folk dance. It is not necessarily religious. It's a style of dance that has evolved greatly, but there's still plenty of room for young, fresh innovation. We are lucky that we can connect with our religion through dance, we truly are. We are blessed as Gujaratis to have the opportunity to offer Mataji a Garbo or Sri Krishna a Ras, something that can easily also be socially enjoyed. But just like Bhangra, just like R&B, just like Deep House, just like Trap, Gujarati music, true, can be enjoyed day to day. Okay? It's got less to do with instantly being religious and more to do with your own cultural pride. Many of the songs that you in fact hear at Navratri are not all Mataji na Garba. Some of them are just famous songs from Gujarati films. I'm sure many of you are a little bit confused about that statement because you've always known to associate Garba with Navratri and Navratri with Garba. But Garba is a folk dance and Navratri is a Hindu festival. And as an ex-learning coordinator at my university, Hindu Society, as Gujaratis, we must, create an open forum for people of all religions, Jains, Hindus, Sikhs, agnostics, atheists. That's completely different. That's the religious side. But what Ras Rebellion is all about is pushing Gujarati culture forward. Right, is everyone still awake? Okay, no, otherwise, Right. Gujarat is definitely known for its leaders. We've already heard about Sardar Parle Patel, who's fiercely led and united not only Gujarat, but joined 464 princely states to form India. So he was from Jarotar, or where many of us Patels come from, which is in between Ahmedabad and Baroda. But we've also got Bhai Kaka of Sojitra, who established Vallabh Vidyanagar, and countless other, Gujarati freedom fighters that have been forgotten. But let me tell you one thing. It's the theory of what they've led, You can look into how they did things and you can apply it to whatever your battle is. Your battle might be about getting a raise at work, or it might be fighting for a bigger position. But if you apply their theory to whatever it is, your day-to-day job, you can achieve so much. And I can tell you that because as an entertainer, as a South Asian entertainer who primarily focuses on South Asian entertainment, when I'm surrounded by Pakistanis and Punjabis, it's extremely difficult to give Gujaratis a plug. People are not always interested. Yeah, I have been on the Asian network more than 10 times. I have built a fantastic relationship with them, and they have appreciated, along with many of you, that there is someone speaking for young Gujarati people in entertainment and in positive movements. What saddens me the most about being a Patel, about being a Patidar, is the lack of unity in our community. Let's not lie. Amongst many Gujarati cultures, us Patidars, us Patels, Desais, Amins, we still have a slight gam hierarchy. People still go, oh, me to chagam nache. Me to chagam nache. What is chagam today? What is it? It's nothing. Let's be honest. Of course, we've worked hard to get here, but it doesn't mean very much anymore, There's other gams that people used to belittle from Chagam, and I will openly say it. Chagam used to belittle smaller communities like Satyavis Gam and all them, yet they're the ones that have their own halls. We've got nothing to prove for ourselves. So it just goes to show that belittling other communities is something I'm completely against, and we all should be completely against. In fact, we should unite together and help each other in our positive endeavours. Gujaratis are often stereotyped to be business pros. I came in and two of my seniors have given fantastic speeches about businesses and, the corporate side of everything. And I'm sitting there in my chair going, oh my God, I do something completely different. And what am I, it's just so completely different from mine. But we have a lot of overlaps. In the media, we have the ability to develop voices, to be able to be seen and heard. The fact that I'm standing here is only because Pavik recognized me as a Karamsad and recognized me off YouTube and said, hey, it would be great to have you speaking. So I've used the media to have my voice heard, and you guys can too. Again, it's got less to do with leaving whatever day job you're doing and more to do with giving it a go, yeah? And even though we're stereotyped for being typically business people, there are plenty of people in entertainment that are Gujarati as well. In Bollywood, you've got singers like Alka Yagnik, Sunidhi Chauhan, director Sanjay Leela Bhansali, actors Amisha Patel, Dev Patel, and Upen Patel. And what do you know? They're all Patels. All in all, I invite you, not only for your support, but for the chance to be a part of a huge social change. I do not need much from you, I just need your support, and in general, it takes something small as just liking my Facebook page, or, feeling that, I'm going to share one of the videos, or really look into what I'm doing. Obviously, at the top, it looks like comedy, but when you dig in deeper, the language that your parents have been speaking, their parents are speaking, it is losing its status as a language in Gujarat, in India. But we've got fantastic room for change. We come from a hugely innovative community, and I honestly believe that a room full of, when Pavik invited me today, I had no clue that we would actually have a room this big full of so many people that are interested in networking with other South Asians, etc. But I just want you all to know that this is important, and we can use it as a medium for change. As many actors will all, tell you, you can use art as an instrument for social change. Thank you, KYN, for giving me this opportunity to speak. And I hope you all have a fantastic evening. If you are hitting the clubs, do behave. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you.